Alright, so this week I'm going to be seeing what I consider a cynical cash grab by Disney. It's the live action Aladdin with Will Smith. Look, I don't want to pull a right-wing pundit and make fun of Robin Williams' passing. If you go through all of his material, you'll probably find he made preemptive light of his own passing. However, many years back, he touched on pretty much everything. The original Aladdin animated movie was built all around Robin Williams' improv. It was the animators playing with the material that Robin gave them. So making any Aladdin movie after that, especially without the advantages of hand-drawn animation, it's going to be lacking and it's going to be different. I think the best you could do in light of that is bring back Homer Simpson to reprise his role as Sloppy Seconds. He was Return of Jafar in the animated series and the Hercules crossover Genie. Finally, they got Robin Williams back for Aladdin and the King of Thieves, which set up for another spin-off of Aladdin's father and Iago as a roaming buddy cop pair of fugitives. John Rhys Davies and, oh God, I'm blanking. Terrible time to be blanking. I was almost on a roll for once. Gilbert Gottfried. In an ongoing series. Who said no to that? We got the freaking Quack Pack and Mighty Ducks instead. Okay, someone up there was doing the wrong kind of cocaine. That's not all we need to really get into. Jasmine had so many variants, from Ninja Night Stealth to Abysmal's daughter, the Scourge. In the animated series, which introduced a fan favorite villain, there have been a lot of petitions to get I forget his name, the very pale Persian sorcerer into Kingdom Hearts, but they use movies as their source, not TV shows, not spin-offs, maybe not even direct-to-video movies. So, doing stationary bicycle in the weight room. Anyhow, the King of Thieves was originally supposed to wrap the trilogy by saying that that new young sorcerer was supposed to be Aladdin's brother. Aladdin's long-lost brother. We only saw, that I know of, any mention of Aladdin's parentage or family life at all in that third movie. Obviously, They're not gonna go into any of that in this thing. Seriously, shared universe. This is the era of splitting movies into 3 parts. It's not often that studios green light properties that are ideal for this treatment that's becoming commonplace. Aladdin shows a lot of promise for this kind of thing, especially if it's a cynical cash grab. You could milk so much money out of this and set up the grounds for a live-action Hercules movie. If you want to cash in and appeal to 90s people, you could have Kevin Sorbo as Zeus. Anyway, Will Smith still has energy, more so than Hank Azaria, the Homer Simpson guy, did. Hank Azaria could do great build up and then just pounce on something for a joke, but he never had any of that Fresh Prince vibe to get people engaged. And various trailers and ads show Will Smith projecting some of them. Of course, the first ad that featured the genie, no, none of that on screen, of course. It's like they wanted to make a bad impression after allegations of brown-facing white actors. Why? You know, there's only so many successful Disney Renaissance films that they can make live-action remakes out of. The unsuccessful ones, I'd like to see the Black Cauldron, which had a great Disneyland Japan attraction to it, where you go into the castle in the center of the park and it looks like what you'd expect, except at the beginning the mirror from Snow White shows up and says the hero's been getting too much glory, makes it all about the villains and you have to make it through the end, and there's that devil cauldron figure at the very end from the Black Cauldron as they tell you the story of the Black Cauldron and select someone from the audience to save the day. It's a shame they replaced it with something so bland. It was supposed to combine a lot of books that were very popular at the time into one movie. You could spread it out now. Speaking of spreading it out, that would have helped Atlantis a lot. Meanwhile, Atlantis was supposed to have a crossover with Gargoyles. There's live-action Gargoyles in development. So, Gargoyles was also the backdoor pilot for the New Olympians. So Atlantis could feature some New Olympians, tax some items from the Gargoyle series, like the Eye of Odin, and Sorry. I really need that break of water. And oh, lastly, Hercules. Again, 12 labors, 5 lovers, Aladdin crossover, a role in the Pantheon, Hera, Queen of the Gods is his enemy, simply because he's a bastard love child. How many other bastards did Zeus make who could show up? Could anyone from the Sam Raimi series guest star? Or future appearances. I've already asked questions like that, but you know, there's a lot of profitable ways to really cash in on this cynical mechanism that I don't think Disney's really gonna do. But that's a shame. I'd like to see them try. I can probably do a 5-section write-up, short piece on my blog, post it around the various social medias. I've got to stop here. I'll be back with my thoughts on the actual movie. It's probably the only live-action remake I have any interest in, and I don't consider, until I know more about the plot, the Gargoyles one to be an actual remake. All right. See you around.